All right, guys. I want to thank Chef Tricia Gregoire. I've known Chef Tricia Gregoire for a long time. I won't count the number of years. I just want to do a quick throwback. She was the runner-up when Couple Joe started doing, competition cooking. And we did a star ingredient challenge. And she was such a sport. And I just grew to love her personality and everything that she represents in the kitchen. And today, you heard her story. She's another one of us that's battling this crazy pandemic, crazy time. And she created this line of pasta. So once she told me that, I got so intrigued. And I'm so glad to have her. It's called KCP Delights. And it's an entire range of pasta. She included vegetables, I think, in each of the pasta dishes. Each of the pasta, the fresh homemade pasta, beetroot, saffron, roasted tomato, herb, spinach, and there's a mix I'm seeing here as well.
Right, so the mix is this, will be this one here.
That's that colorful bit. That's in one pack.
That's in one, yeah.
Nice. So Tricia, this came about due to the seriousness of COVID-19.
Yes.
Yeah.
Need to find something to do.
Yeah. And to make some money.
Yes, of course.
So we're putting up a dish for us.
Yes.
Kind of using the pasta. It's fresh pasta.
Fresh pasta.
So it doesn't take long to cook.
No, it literally takes 1 to 2 minutes.
Right. So you're getting crafty. What are you doing for us?
Okay, so today I'm going to use the herb one.
Right.
And I'm going to saute we have some chicken breast here.
Right,
so
chicken breast.
So the chicken breast is seasoned with paprika, some garlic powder, onion powder, and basil to complement with the herb pasta. And we're going to saute that with some onions and bell peppers.
Nice. Let's get cracking. What do you like? So you're boiling the pasta first?
I'll boil the pasta first. So we want 4 cups of water.
Right.
Bring it to a rolling boil. It must be at a rolling boil because this you can cook straight out of the freezer.
Straight out of the freezer?
Yes.
Because it's frozen?
Yes.
And you can take it out of the freezer?
And pop it into your boiling water.
Wow, okay, good.
And I'm going to put a little bit of salt. Salt is to help with the flavor and also to loosen it up. So the fresh pasta is a lot more delicate than store-bought pasta.
Right.
You know, so
I think it's important for people to understand that you're not cooking this for 10 minutes and 12 minutes according to normal pasta directions.
And then when you put it into the water, it's going to drop the temperature of the water a little bit. You want to give it a little stir to help loosen it up. It's going to drop the temperature. You would stop seeing the rolling boil, but it's cooking nevertheless. So some feedback some persons give is that they wait until it started to boil again, then they check their minutes. But no, once you put it into your water, you check your minutes immediately.
2 minutes?
Yes.
Maximum.
We're going to turn off and we're going to strain our pasta. Right. Now we want to do this under running water because we must cool it down to stop the cooking process. Right? If you just strain it and leave it, the constant heat will continue.
Residual cooking.
Yes.
That's not chef terms, you know, Trish?
Yes. Right, so we have our pasta there. I'm going to toss a little oil in it there now to keep it loose.
Nice, yeah.
And now we're going to start with our chicken. Hey, forget I need the oil for the chicken.
You need oil for the chicken too? Yeah.
Put some oil.
Right.
So I'm just going to saute this chicken with just some onions and bell peppers, like I said, and a little pimento there.
Right.
And we're going to add a little tomato paste in it as well, right?
So this is a topping for the chicken? Or you're mixing everything, a topping for the pasta, or you're mixing everything together?
A topping for the pasta.
So it's a topping.
We're going to leave it on top.
Nice.
Right, so our pot is nice and hot. We're going to throw in our veg.
Onions, peppers, and
2 types of peppers, so sweet bell peppers and pimento peppers.
Pimento peppers, right.
Yeah. We're just going to let it sweat a little bit to release the little flavors. And we're going to throw in our chicken. Smelling that?
Again, I want nothing
smelling
like onions, you know. Onions and oil. Wow, smells great.
And like the chicken is just seasoned with some onion powder, garlic powder, some basil, some paprika. We're going to let that cook up there a little bit. Then we're going to add our tomato paste.
So you're a pasta girl?
Like I said, I bought this pasta machine about a year now. And I used it once. I bought it when I had my first camp. And I used it for the camp. And it has just been in the pack away there all this time.
Now it's getting some good use.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's getting used every week. So we added some salt into the water when we were boiling the pasta to help with the flavor. In the cooking, in the actual dough making, there's also a little bit of salt.
Right.
And the chicken was seasoned with a little bit of pinch of salt. So I don't think that we need to add any more salt now.
Got you.
I think the salt content should balance off enough, but you will tell me.
Yes, I'll tell you. You will tell me quickly before you plate that this particular one I have in front of me is gluten-free as well.
Yes. So when I first launched, a lot of feedback was, if we had any gluten-free, and I don't shy away from stuff. So we jumped right into the gluten-free. This particular one is made with oats flour, almond flour. Some of them we put buckwheat flour and cornmeal. This one doesn't have the buckwheat. The buckwheat will be a little darker.
Right.
But this particular one has the oats, the almond, and the cornmeal.
So gluten-free fresh pasta as well from KCP. KCP Delights.
And I think we are ready to plate there because we don't want to wilt our peppers and onions.
Smells good, so let's plate up.
Yeah. So we have our pasta there. And you see the 2 minutes was just the perfect timing for the...
I'm seeing the herb in the pasta as well. So what herbs do you have in that particular pasta?
So that we have basil and fine thyme.
Right.
Of course, I'm going to play around with herbs, with some more herbs eventually, like rosemary and these things,
Right.
So, and here we have it.
We'll just look at,
Simple
and dinner served.
Dinner is served.
Dinner is served. This looks absolutely fantastic.
You tell me how that pasta tastes.
So the pasta is perfectly al dente, how pasta should be, with that little bite to it. And this is freshly made pasta, guys. Which means it's healthier. It's healthier.
And you'll get a different flavor off of it as well.
And you're getting the flavors of all the range that she's speaking about. So this is a herb, but I can imagine the roasted tomato, the saffron, the beetroot, those flavors will be just amazing. And this is one that I think Tricia will leave the recipe for and for you to try with her pastas. Tricia, where can we get your pasta now? We can call you directly.
You can call the number 682-8190, or you can look me up on IG as well. It's KCP Delights _Chef Gregoire. Yeah, and I'm also on Facebook as well.
So just check Tricia on
message, call.
We'll get all those information on the screen, and you can enjoy and support this wonderful line of local pasta. This week, kind of encouraging some of our local people doing stuff. We've been all forced, as I said, pivot. Tricia was involved in the school system, teaching, and all of a sudden, COVID-19. Now she's doing her own line of pastas, and it's just great. I've known Tricia for quite some time. Congratulations, my dear.
Thank you.
And thank you very much.
You're welcome.